We just got the latest warning come through, and this does include all of Augusta, Richmond, Aiken, Edgefield, Columbia, McDuffie County. We are next in line for the severe weather threat, and this is going to be some intense weather, folks. We're looking at winds not only over 60 miles per hour, but potentially up to 70 miles per hour is some gusts that we've been seeing reported from these storms. So we're going to clear this on the side right here, but wanted to take a look at kind of the worst of the weather that we're looking at right now. So remember, we still have an active warning in effect for Wilkes, Lincoln, McCormick, portions of McDuffie, Warren, Hancock, and Tolliver County. The worst of the weather right now impacting Wilkes County up towards Clarksville Lake. The thing about this system, though, is that the strongest winds are actually a little bit ahead of the storm. So there is going to be this cold pool. Actually, that's not a cold front. Let's switch that over to a cold front. So there is going to be just this little cold pool of air that is going to just, that's what's setting off these storms. So this is what's going to move in ahead of this main thunderstorm complex, and that's where the really strong wind is going to come into play. So this is going to be our setup. We have those thunderstorm outflow winds. This is what's pushing out underneath this storm and ahead of it, and that's where you're going to see these winds potentially up to 60, 70 miles per hour. So next in line, Thompson, Appling, Harlem, Grovetown, Evans, Modoc, McCormick, Lincolnton. You're really going to be seeing the worst of this cell within the next 15 to 30 minutes. For us here in Augusta, let's zoom this out and we can actually look a little bit better, give a rough time estimate about how fast this is moving and when it's timed out to reach us. So for the new warning that actually just came out for Augusta, this is going to stay in effect until 8:45 p.m. So time check right now, 7:42. So the Weather Service is really trying to get out ahead of this line to let people know that this line is producing severe weather, and you need to make sure you are taking those proper precautions and making sure you're just batting down the hatches, staying inside, stay away from any windows you have, outside walls, and we're just going to continue to see this threat be with us. As far as trying to make this full screen, why won't you work for me? So let's see if we can get this to actually show what I want it to. There we go. All right, so 60 to 70 mile per hour wind gusts, penny-size hail. This storm is still moving southeast at about 50 miles per hour, so it's moving very quickly. Even though the storm is still up in Wilkes County, it's going to be here in Augusta within probably the next hour or so, so it's moving quick. So what we're going to do here, we're just going to draw this little line. This is going to give us a rough estimate on kind of timing moving forward. So for us here in Augusta, still going with around the 8:30 time frame, so within the next a little bit less than an hour for us here around Martinez, Appling, Evans, Augusta, Thompson, Lincolnton. You're really likely starting to see that wind pick up, and you're going to see the what's going to be next is definitely going to be some very heavy rainfall. And the lightning is a huge threat with this system. We're seeing over 200 strikes of lightning within the last 5 minutes of most of these. Looks like they just issued another severe thunderstorm warning. This is now in effect for portions of Washington, Glasscock, and the rest of Hancock County. So this is looking just kind of very crowded on the map here, but the main area concern is this line. So this is what's just kind of going to be pushing through. It's moving towards the southeast at about 50 miles per hour. The leading edge of that storm is where you're going to see those really strong winds. And then it's going to transition to a very heavy rain threat and also the potential for some intense lightning. So make sure you are staying with us. I'm going to leave this up, folks. I got to go run and do something just very briefly, but I'm going to be right back, and we're going to continue tracking these online for you.